Andover, Kansas, small town charm, top ranked schools, and quick access to Wichita. But is it right for you? I'm breaking down the real pros, the cons, some updates, showing you around, maybe even a little bit of feedback from locals themselves. Updates you need to know before making your move. Stick around until the end for my take on who Andover is perfect for and who might want to look elsewhere. We're getting after it right now. Andover, Kansas, just 15 minutes east of downtown Wichita. This is going to be your eastern suburb, 21 minutes to the airport, 22 minutes to McConnell, 20 minutes to Cessna Aircraft, 18 to Koch, 11 to Beechcraft, and 17 to Spirit Aerosystems if you take the Turnpike. They've got their own off-ramps. This is going to be one of the only suburbs that you're really going to be able to utilize the Turnpike immediately. Some of the other suburbs, Derby, Hayesville, have their own off-ramp as well, but you have to go a little more out of the way. Andover, it's right there. You get off, you're in Andover, not an in-between. Kellogg's going to run through the heart of Andover. You've got quick connects to K96, to the Turnpike, like I mentioned. Quick and easy access to East Wichita, to Northeast Wichita. 11 schools, 6 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, and a virtual school as well. Known for their schools, their parks. What I keep hearing, they've got the community feel and the steady growth. As you see behind me, we're over at Park Heritage Plaza. We'll show you what I'm talking about. Nice little park field. You'll see housing communities off in the distance, townhomes it looks like. Got some more construction over here, houses off in the distance. Real clean, real nice. Little social events. What I like in particular about Andover is this really kind of reminds me of Kansas City, as long as I'm being honest. You got apartment lofts up top, businesses down on the bottom. Parking garage right ahead of us. You see Livingston's Brunch and Lunch over there. Flint Hills Dental Group. Apartments, quick, easy access. It's going to be Kellogg off in the distance. They've got their Dillon's Marketplace. That's going to be your only grocery store in town. But I like this. This is nice. And honestly, I think we're going to see more of this style moving further east along Kellogg. It seems like it would be a perfect place for your social events. Nice little fountain, definitely up and coming. None of the other suburbs are doing this, at least at the moment. I'm liking this. It's not all one size fits all kind of deal, gang. And I think this is going to be something we're going to see a little bit more of moving out east. As we're going along Kellogg, it's just going to expand. That's my thoughts. But nice, peaceful. Quick access to Kellogg. It's got a nice, clean finish. My bets are you got a pool up there. Nice little commons area for the apartment folks. We got some other buildings off in the distance. Social tap. We got a drinkery off over here. It looks like they're gonna start doing some building. Excited for this one. None of the other suburbs are doing this. This has got that Kansas City feel. I'm sure it's gonna be a mixed bag with locals. It's different. They're not all doing the same thing. They've decided to kind of go their own way, take a little inspiration from Kansas City. I'm all for it. I'm excited. This is gonna give us some real variety with your entertainment. I could see myself hanging out here having a good old time. We're gonna hop in next. We're gonna show you around. Make sure you stay around. Don't you miss it. We're getting after it right now. All right, so we're heading east on Kellogg. We're gonna show you some of what's going on along Kellogg as we're heading into Andover. This is gonna be our driving portion of the video. See over here on the left, they are starting expansion of Buffalo Ridge. You're going to see a ton of apartments. That rental option we have been talking about, I think we're going to start seeing more. We got a Holiday Inn Express over to the right, Torrington Square, Derby Drug, the Flint Hills Medical Center, Wesley Andover ER. It's good to see all of this little square actually being built out, becoming a little bit of its own. Got a Billy Sims barbecue, Capital Federal Bank over there, Spangles AutoZone. There's a car wash. Your Derby Marketplace is going to be situated over there as well. And we're going to be heading left. So over to the left, you'll have Quick Shop. You're going to have Applebee's, Goodwill, Brahms. Nice little blend of shopping amenities. Some eats. They're starting to come into their own, especially with the medical amenities, those services, your ER, your clinics, and what have you. They're certainly moving in the right direction. We still just got the one grocery store, but like I was saying, we're going to talk about what is lacking is not far. Firestone, Arby's, Great Clips, the Butler County Culinary School along Kellogg as well. We'll start seeing some more of these little strip mall type areas. Nail Spa, Kratom, Enterprise Bank, Taco Bell. We got the Bank of America, your Dunkin', your Domino's, some other services, nail spa, pet grooming, Casey's, Starbucks. Hey, look, another oil change place. And you're going to see some, there's urgent care over here to the left. Want to get your eyes checked out. And we'll have some residential options along Andover Road here as well. Kellogg cutting through the heart, and Andover being that main access road. The office center over here on the left. Nice little Catholic church. Some more primary care over here on the left. Mercy Home Care. O'Reilly's over on the left. We're gonna have another one of the little strip mall type spots. Supercuts, Papa Murphy's, your vape shops, Verizon, the post office, and then we kind of get into more of those fast food chains. KFC, Sonic, Pizza Hut on the left, Subway on the right. Hey, look, Andover Laser Wash, another car wash, Equity Bank. We got some apartments off to the left. Spalding's, nice little place. You want to play some pool, have a couple drinks with the boys. We got Andover Square over here. Shaved Ice, Nails. Got a Walgreens over here on the right. Phillips 66, Andover State Bank, Wendy's. This is going to be central, so Andover Central High School will be to the right. The public library. You'll be able to get over to the park as well. Over here in the Andover Square, we've got Hannah Nails, Silver Spoons, and Edward Jones representative, Rio Grill and Cantina. Nice little Mexican joint. And then you'll see over here in the plaza, we are moseying up to the plaza. Dollar Tree. They've got a Ace Hardware. This is going to be one of the larger strip mall type areas. The music scene. A lot of nail and spa places in here. Gambino's Pizza, the Kansas driver's license location. You can actually get your tags here too. So with some of those other amenities coming in clutch, you're not having to go to Wichita to get your tags, to get your driver's license, whatnot. Heartland, Welding Academy, Dollar General, coming into another little strip mall type area. And that's looking like quite a few of those businesses are actually no longer there. So you've got some opportunity if you've got the entrepreneurial spirit. Abode over here on the left. Kinder Care Learning Center. Got the Andover Police Department, Andover Fire Rescue 1, EMS 3, the Andover Business Park, and some other little businesses kind of tucked in. The Dentistry, Collision Center, the Andover Dog Training Center. This is a continuation of the business park. So they've got a institute over here for hair, nails, skin, what have you. You've got some more options for further education. Another dentistry over here. We got the outdoor living center. So we're coming up to 13th Street. So if we were to hang a right, you'll have some more of the manufacturing type businesses. Sherman-Williams, Vornado. We got Timbuktu over here at the corner on the left. Another nice little bar. The Andover Business Center. Some different businesses. Rogue Boxing, Valor, Martial Arts. Some other type of businesses. But down this way, kind of more of your manufacturing, what have you. Butler should still have one of their locations over there as well. We took some classes there years ago. And then we go further along. You're gonna see a little bit more. We got the district office for Andover Schools. You're gonna see a little bit more residential as we make our way north. You're gonna see some more of the schools. So, I mean, you got options. You want to be closer to point 9. We got a nice little eatery over here. That looks pretty nice. We got Andover Middle over on the right. Maximum Outdoor Equipment. That's a middle school. And we got Andover High School right on over here to the right. And Cottonwood Elementary to the left. So everything, you got the elementary, you got one of the middle schools, the high school right here, right across the street, on the same street. So if that's kind of the route you're going with that, it's super close to one another. And as you see in some more residential at the moment, you've got some opportunities to build for commercial. Andover Landing properties, kind of tucked back, some more residential opportunities. Another car wash to the left, a pet clinic to the right. We've got the second Casey's, we got a jump start. So we're making our way up to 21st. If we were to hang a left, probably about 2-3 blocks, you'll find the Kansas Medical Center as your options. We've got some of the other residential options tucked back here, and there's going to be a little bit for everybody. If you mosey on over closer to 159th and 21st, you're going to see those price points just shoot up. But this is just kind of dipping our toes in the water. There's a lot more that Andover offers, and this is giving you an idea what Kellogg looks like, what Andover Road looks like. Like we said, just a dipping our toes in the water, kind of showing you this is, like I said, Andover Landing. This is going to be more so your duplexes, stuff like that. But there's a little bit for everybody. If you're looking for something a little bit older, a little bit older, not quite so close to the hustle, the bustle, look for homes maybe south of Kellogg. or if you're wanting something maybe north of Kellogg, there's still options there, all the way to brand new homes, newer subdivisions, and those price points are really going to vary. With Andover in particular, the price points are going to be higher, so this is something you want to keep in mind. There's a little bit for everybody. We're talking your ranch style homes, your 60s, 70s, all the way up to brand new. There are shopping amenities. We've got your public service amenities, the post office, the police precinct, the first and second districts for the fire department. We have EMS. So your basic necessities are being covered. There are a number of other shopping amenities coming. We are making our way back south on Andover Road. In a nutshell, this is showing you've still got options. You're going to have amenities along 13th, and Central as well. Paradigm Country Club, if you're looking to play some golf. The Andover Municipal Golf Course as well. It's not quite turnkey. It doesn't have everything you want. I really do feel like they've got small town vibes in spades. They're really coming into their own, and I'm really interested to see kind of what the future has to hold for Andover in particular. I think it's looking bright. I think there's a lot of opportunity. Give them some time, and eventually I think you're not going to have to leave. I mean, for most people here, unless you need something specific or you're wanting to go do something specific, most of it's here. We're going to hop onto the pros and cons next. Don't you miss it. Dillon's Marketplace. Think of it kind of like a Walmart Supercenter. So it's going to be a little bit more limited grocery shopping wise than say a Derby. Doesn't hold it back. Don't be worried. All your chain restaurants are here. Plenty of different options for your car washes, for your oil changes as well. No worries there. They do have some sit down options as well. It's going to be a little more limited. It's certainly something they're working on. I'm interested to see what the next phase over here at the plaza is going to look like. I really think it's going to explode. More of that explosive growth we were talking about, and with it being along Kellogg, quick, easy access, you're in, you're out. It's definitely going to increase traffic, that's for sure. And what it does lack, you are so close to East Wichita. You're so close to the northeast section of Wichita in particular, the advanced medical, the Costco on the east side, Sam's northeast, and all of the boutique shopping out that way as well. So what it's lacking, it's really close. You're not having to drive too terribly far. Now we get into schools. Don't take my word for it. Hop on niche.com. Andover is consistently in that top echelon for schools. They're the #1 school district for 2025, according to niche.com. And some of the feedback I've received in the past, why people want to call Andover home, it's got that family-friendly feel, community events, youth sport programs, and so much more. You're going to hear that in a lot of these communities, but this community in particular seems very kind of close-knit. That is a really big pro for a lot of reasons why people move out here. Then we get into growth and development. The new retail options around here, dining, like I was just saying on the amenities, the new housing projects on the rise, and it's not all going to be slammed, directly in the middle of town. You're going to have some of those options if you're wanting to be a little bit further out as well. There's going to be a little bit of variety for everybody. There's going to be newer developments over by 21st and 159th. If you're wanting something a little more new, a little further out, you don't mind a slightly longer drive, that's fine. And you've got those more established options that's closer to Kellogg, the middle of town. There's going to be quite a bit of variety there. My name is James McGrew Jr. I am your #1 relocation specialist to Wichita, to the surrounding areas, and I can back that up. Hop on the link down below to my relocation hub. You've got access to all the videos, the playlist, the downloadable goodies. There's no sign-ups, gang. Got to do that research. Click, download, consume. You're welcome. To the nationwide websites, because you got to do your homework, whether it's checking up on the schools, on the crime maps, the air quality. If you want to know what traffic looks like around Wichita on these busy roads, some of these areas where you're going to be frequently if you come out here. And that's how we back it up. You got to do your research. We give you the tools to get informed, to get empowered. And with my expert knowledge, you've got the A team. Now, you want to elevate that client experience to the next level? Hop on, sign up for my self-sponsored VIP client program. We're going to give you perks, discounts to national companies. Say you need a car rental, a hotel room, maybe a Sam's membership. It's not all just real estate, and they're adding to that every month. You're also getting access to my local network of pros, home inspectors, lenders, electricians, HVAC, so much more. And that's not just real estate related either. This is how we elevate your experience. We are your one-stop shop when relocating to Wichita and the surrounding areas. My contact information's on the screen right now. Call, text, email, DM, hit the QR code if you want to book that discovery session. And listen, you don't have to be ready right now to book that discovery session. If you just want to talk shop, get the rough draft started, this is what I do. Back to it. Hopping into the cons. First and foremost, like Derby, Andover gets their water from Wichita. This is something you're going to want to keep in mind. As they are still under the restrictions, you're going to want to make sure, if you decide to make that move to Andover, that what day of the week you get to water and all that good stuff. A lot of the suburbs are supplied by Wichita, so it's not unique to just Andover or say Derby. Now we get into the commute dependence. You have job options here. I'm not saying you don't, whether it's medical, it's manufacturing, say at Sherman-Williams or Vornado, but most people that live here, they're commuting to Wichita, whether that's hopping on the turnpike to Spirit, that's hopping on Kellogg or Central, 13th, 21st. But with where they're at specifically, depending on where you're working, you're also going to be able to, you don't necessarily have to take the busiest routes to get there. So there's some perks there as well. Now we get into cost. This is a big con. Andover's going to be the most expensive of the suburbs. You're buying power. Those dollars are not stretching quite as far as they would in other suburbs. Keep that in mind when you're looking in the area. And this next one, we get into number 4, we throw in property taxes. Andover is the only suburb that is not in Sedgwick County. It's in Butler County, and those taxes are higher than Sedgwick. When we throw the higher property taxes, sales tax, and the higher home prices, some people are gonna get priced out. I don't say that as something to deter people, but it's unfortunately a reality. You've got those top tier schools and they're there for a reason. It's not free. If you want to play, you gotta pay. Unfortunately, it's part of it, but I think that might be one of the reasons why Andover in particular, their expansion, their growth is so different than the other suburbs. Little food for thought. You got to take the pros with the cons and figure out if it makes sense for you, for yours in the situation. From there, we're going to get into some of the local updates. Stay tuned. We're getting after it. 13th Street Park. This is going to be another one of Andover's parks, and they just within the last year or so just completed one of their phases. We'll kind of show you what we're talking about. Some of the additions. Pretty big park. They've also got their community center here. They're planning on upgrading. Nice little concession stand, baseball. So with the updates, the upgrades, it's not just business. Your park amenities, the schools, what have you, a little bit of everything. You're gonna see some more businesses coming in obviously as well. They're not done here yet, gang. They're gonna add more, and there's even more here. Let's show you. So if you want to take the kiddos out, run them ragged, get them tired, you got a solid option here. And you got Andover Central Park as well. Some of the other amenities coming, like I stated, some of the other amenities coming. Quick Trip, which used to be previously over at, what was it, 143rd and Kellogg. Wichita, heading east towards Andover. They're going to build one here in Andover because they got to have their own. The talks of Chipotle and some other options. Heritage Park Plaza building their senior living center. There's talks of a hotel being built over there as well. There's going to be a housing development over there, and some more businesses coming in. You're going to start seeing a lot of the commercial updates, the upgrades along Kellogg. We've already seen Andover Wesley ER. We've got the pharmacy over there. The Buffalo Ridge apartment complexes, they're expanding. They're working on meeting the demand, the upcoming demand in the future. I think this is going to become another one of those hot spots, gang. I'm seeing a lot of good things. I think Andover's really going to come into their own as they keep expanding and they keep providing more and more in-town amenities, in-town opportunities. They've done some retail expansion over at 21st and Andover Road. There are some residential developments making some progress over at 159th and 21st. This is going to be a little more on the pricey side, but there's options. There's options there. There's going to be no shortage of new communities kind of coming up and providing more options, more opportunities for not only potential homeowners, future homeowners, but businesses as well. A lot of good things going on here. I'm excited to see what the future holds. They're expanding at a great rate. I think we're going to see along Kellogg, I think we're going to see more amenities along Andover Road. You're going to see these amenities along 21st, 13th, Central, and I'm excited. I'm here for it. I'm curious to see what the future holds, what other businesses we have coming in. There's going to be a little bit for everybody. Your parks, your service amenities, your eats. I'd like to see some more sit-down options. They've got plenty of chain restaurant options. I'd like to see a place where we could sit down, have a nice dinner. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but there's a lot good here, and there's a lot more in the works. I know they just wrapped up one of the previous phases probably about a little over a year ago here, and there's still talks of more in the works. Off in the distance over yonder, they've got their community center. There's talks of actually building a brand new one, and I think over here, like I said, we're on 13th. It's going to be more of your manufacturing options. Butler has one of their community locations along here too, and it'd be nice to see some more job opportunities, some more amenities. I mean, this park's a really good size, and I think they're going to fill it out. So let me know if you're wanting to know a little more long-term what their plans are. You're in luck. They have got their own huge ebook, and we'll share that down below on their future plans. We're talking well into the future, into 2030, and what they're looking at doing. So if you're remotely interested, if this is something that you might want to sneak a peek at, check her down below. Great things going on here. We're not out of the water yet. I think there's still room for growth. Maybe another grocery store, maybe some more of our other options beyond kind of nail salons, beyond car washes. That's what I'd like to see personally. Let's get some more sit-down restaurants and some other opportunities for maybe some small business owners. Not all just chains, not all just big business, but we'll see what the future holds. We're on to the next. All right, we are back in it. We're gonna get into some local feedback. We are on the Andover chatter group. This is going to be a private group. If you want to hop in, you're going to have to join the group. I posted this, the 13th? School started the 14th, so we really didn't get as much feedback as I'd like, but we're just going to hop into it, all right? Same questions. What made you move there? Pros, cons, any advice for someone considering moving to Andover? All right. What made you move there? We are a Marine Corps military family who's lived all over the country. We wanted a nice, clean, small town feel. We wanted a safe neighborhood where our young son could play. Schools were rated top notch, and we wanted that. Pros, small town feel, but yet a lot of places to grab food, close to Wichita, beautifully cared for neighborhoods. We are in Crescent Lakes. Love Sunflower Elementary School. I found the people here to be friendly, Midwest friendly. Unlike other states we've lived in, I think Andover provides a great quality of life, as the previous person commented on as well. Cons. This could be anywhere, but living in a neighborhood with an HOA can be a lot to take in at times. And then people that complain. I wish there were more mom and pop restaurants, shops, perhaps more of a main street with some fun little shops. Advice? I would say Andover's a top spot to consider when looking for a place to live. We've lived in many different cities and states, and we are really happy here. So, thank you for your service as a military family. So, I love this feedback here. Very down to earth, very honest, from someone who's been on the outside looking in and someone who is obviously in it, experienced not only here but other places. Sound feedback. Crescent Lakes, solid neighborhood. We actually just helped a couple move there 2-3 months ago. If you're looking for something close to the schools, this is right off of Central. This is going to be right down the street from Andover Road. You've got Andover Central. You've got the schools right there. That's what this couple in particular, they wanted to be close to the schools. They wanted to be close to parks. They didn't want to be too far away from the main drag. And this neighborhood checks all of those boxes. Solid advice. Thank you, Jess. On to the next. All right, Mr. JJ. JJ Weir, if you don't know, is our mortgage broker. We partner with him. Who better than the mortgage lender to give solid advice on Derby as an option? So he's saying, I was raised in Andover. It's always been home to me. When it came time to choose where to raise my own family, it's where I wanted my kids to grow up too, specifically for the amazing schools and low crime rate. Pros, schools are fantastic. I went to them myself, and now my kids do. The YMCA here is also amazing. Rec leagues are great for getting kids involved in sports. On top of that, the people are friendly and welcoming, which is always very important. Also, 2 amazing parks, 13th Street, which was just redone, and Andover Central Park. The only con that comes to mind is that the property taxes are a little higher than other areas, but I feel that the quality of life in schools makes it worth it. Take the leap, whether it's through the schools, YMCA, or rec leagues. It's a great way to meet people and feel part of the community. Andover is a welcoming place that's especially great for families. So, solid advice as someone who was raised here. He is raising his children here. He's went to the schools. The kiddos are going to the schools. They're doing the YMCA. They're doing the sports. They're visiting the parks. I will add that Andover Central Park is on Central as well. So right down the street from Crescent Lakes. Great advice. Now this last one, we only got 3 people to provide feedback. I didn't want to drag this out any longer. For all intents and purposes, this video has been pretty much done for several days now, and I didn't see the point of dragging it out any longer. This last one is an anonymous post. I always take these with a grain of salt. Some people do feel like they need to hide behind that to avoid conflict. I understand that, but also you have that other type of person who will make stuff up. I'm not saying neither here nor there. I take it with a grain of salt. It's safe. I'm guessing that's the pro. A con is that some people are stuck up and too rich to be nice, and there's some racism too. I don't care who says that it's not true. Experienced it firsthand. In the event of car accidents, police here are required to issue at least one driver a ticket. This last little part here with the ticket, I could see that because I'm pretty sure Wichita does the same thing. I had a little fender bender years ago, and nobody was nobody got hurt. Some minor stuff. Nobody really wanted to press any charges, but I was the lucky one who got the ticket. Stuck up rich people, sure, maybe. I'm not a resident here, but I mean, I don't think that's too hard to believe. You've got that everywhere, just kind of like the racism. It would be naive to think that racism is long gone, unfortunately, but I don't think that's unique to Andover. I think that exists from coast to coast in some form or another in varying degrees. Take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, Andover Chatter Group, this is a private group. You're going to have to join to get a look at that. We'll leave it up. Maybe we'll get some more feedback. Since this was so light, we're going to throw you a little bit of a bonus. We're hopping into it right now. Alright, so according to our previous poll, what is your number one concern when relocating? It has been finding the right neighborhood, and we've been actively trying to find a tool to help with that. This in particular for Andover, we are on their city page. This isn't 100% going to answer that, but this is going to give you a really good idea. So we'll leave a link down below. We're going to hop on their official zoning map. Now, no, this isn't going to 100% outline your neighborhoods, but this is going to let you know what the boundaries are for everything in here and what it is. So, for the sake of the argument, we're going to hop over here to Crescent Lakes. We've been talking about Crescent Lakes. Alright, so you see that's the subdivision, and you're going to see all these abbreviations: SF, single family; B, business; I, industrial; A, agriculture; multifamily. So at the very least, you're going to know, okay, I'm considering this neighborhood, this subdivision, what's behind it? Is it finished? We've got industrial behind these houses here, some businesses on the side, some different other types, mixed use, where it might be, say, multifamily and single family, or multifamily and business. But we've got Crescent Lakes here, Andover Central. We've got the park over here, and we've got like 13th Street, and you're going to see some of these other kind of like this Prairie Creek Edition PUD. That is a planned unit development. So it'll give you an idea if they've got any covenant information, ordinances, restrictive covenants. You might find that in there. That'll give you an idea. But see, like here, you can click on those and it'll show you some of the businesses, and if there's any for those two. Prairie Village. And not all of these are going to be in, say, HOAs, but this can give you a little bit of an idea. It's also going to show you the streets so you can see it for yourself. Green Valley is another one. The Andover Golf Course is over there as well. And this will give you access to 400. I've actually done a video on Green Valley. We'll throw a card up. Kind of drones up, walk in the neighborhood. Andover Estates. The Heritage. This is where they're planning on building that development as well. And that's going to give you an idea of what everything is zoned as. So it's not 100%, but it's going to give you an idea. You probably don't want in an area that's zoned industrial behind your house. Cloud City subdivision over here. And you're going to find some of these older parts where it's not necessarily named on the map. Lakeview Heights. Yeah, we got Cloud City over here. You'll find the YMCA, some of the other stuff on over there. Let's see if we can show you a little bit more. Teradyne. You got Teradyne up there along with their golf resort. If you're a fan of golf, they've got it. You got Teradyne, Flint Hills National, and you've got their municipal country club as well. But showing you some of the industrial, some of the agriculture. You've got some communities. Andover Farm at Cedar Park. The Redbud. We'll zoom on out. Up to 21st. Summerlin Edition. Cornerstone Edition. And as we get up into there, Cornerstone, you're reaching the end of Andover, at least for the moment. Not 100%, but it's giving you an idea. You're not blindly looking. This is laying it out. Okay, here we've got industrial here. Maybe I don't want that. I don't want that behind my house. I don't want to be near that. I want to be closer to something more established. And I mean, you just click on these here and it'll tell you. It's giving you the breakdown for the those rules. Hop on back over. Don't forget the legend over here. It'll let you know. The turnpike. But this is outlining some of those subdivisions, some of those planned communities. You got Mecca Acres. Like I said, Lakeview Heights. Let's see if we've got. It's certainly a great tool to give you a rough idea. Cloud City. And we'll show you some of these. The Tuscany Edition on the southern edge. If you're wanting to be further away from the action, Flint Hills Nationals, like I told you. And that'll take you to their southern edge. And 159th here. being the dividing line between Sedgwick, between Butler. But using this along with some of the other tools, the crime map, yourniche.com, some of these other tools can give you a better overall idea. And we'll throw this down below. Make sure please you do your research. This is one more way we are elevating your experience. I think that gives us an idea. From here, we're going to hop into my take. So, hopping into that right now. All right, folks, my take on it. Think Andover could be a perfect fit for those with families, those who are wanting to prioritize schools. They're wanting those amenities here. They're wanting things to do. And for the items that are lacking, it's not far. You're not having to drive 30, 45 minutes plus to get there. People looking maybe for that close-knit community. That's what I keep hearing from the folks that live here. Those that it might not be ideal for, those wanting the nightlife. I think if they really wanted to, they could do it. It could be here. Those looking for walkability, or those where, like I said, with it being the most expensive suburb, with the taxes being higher, those that ultimately might get priced out. That last little bit, not so fun to talk about, but we gotta keep it real. We gotta stay honest. For those that might not be able to buy, if they still want to call Andover home, there are rental options, and there are more coming. So that is my 2 cents on the matter. We're gonna hop into closing thoughts. If Andover sounds like your kind of place, or if you're still deciding, I've got tools to help you compare it with Wichita and the other suburbs. Check out my relocation hub, links in the description. You gotta do the research. All the other videos are there, all the downloadable goodies, the nationwide links to do your independent research, all there. Looking to elevate your client experience? Sign up for my VIP client program. Nationwide perks, discounts, access to my local book of vendors. This is us elevating your experience, and this is all why we are your #1 relocation resource. Ready to hop on, have a conversation, maybe book that discovery call? My contact information's on the screen now, or hit the QR code. Not quite ready? Like I said, jump in the relocation hub. Listen, you don't have to be ready to go right now for that discovery call. If you want to just talk shop, rough drafts, first steps, this is what I do, and I love it. Let me know how I can help you. If you got any value, do us a solid like, comment, and subscribe so YouTube knows what we're doing. We can get this in front of more people like you that need our help. You want to continue that learning journey? Hit the video right here. You haven't subscribed yet? Hit my logo over here. And until the next one, gang, we'll see you later.